the previous example, I showed how to use AJAX, JavaScript, and CSS to give a little preview for any links on your page. And you might be thinking, yeah, but that'd be a real pain to add to my site. But at the very end, I promised to show in this lesson how easy it would be to do that. So that's what I'm going to be doing now. And if you're following along with the exercise files, we're looking at AJAX/Chapter04. And I'm going to go into my 04 folder and into a new folder I have called WebDev. And in WebDev, I have a whole bunch of different files. And if I open up index.html in Firefox, you'll see that what I have is your typical page with a table and a header and a whole bunch of links. And you could make some guesses as to what these files are, but you might not really know what they contain. You know, you can cursor over it and yeah, you see their links and you can see the name of it and you can see what the link says. But it'd be really handy to be able to look at this instead and say, oh, I really wonder what was here before loading up every single page trying to find something. So that's what we're going to do right now. And you're going to see exactly how much work you have to do to add this to any site. So go back here and I'm going to open up the index page. And I've dropped my CSS and JavaScript files in this folder as well. And I'll open them all up in BBEdit. Here's a script.js file. It's the exact same as the script.js file I had in the previous lesson. And this is all you're going to see of it. We make no changes to it at all. Here's a CSS file from the previous example. The only thing I'm going to change here is there was a lot of stuff that was specific to that exercise. So I'm going to delete everything that doesn't have anything to do with preview in and save that. And finally, in index.html, I'm going to add 3 lines. I'm going to add a script source equals script.js, type equals text/JavaScript, end script, that's line 1, link rel equals style sheet, href equals script.css, end link, and then down in the body, I'm going to add a line, div id equals preview in and div. And that's it. That's all I'm going to change. I'll save this, and now I'll load it up in my browser. And here we are again. Looks exactly the same, right? Now when I go over any of the links, you can see that we're seeing a little bit of what's on the page if I follow this through. So you saw I added nothing to the CSS. Actually, I just cleaned up a little bit. I did not even touch the JavaScript file. And all I did with the HTML was add in the preview in div, which actually could have been anywhere on the page. I just put it up at the top so I didn't have to scroll around. And I added a script tag and a link tag in the head. If you want to make this even more flexible, you could add code to the JavaScript to create the preview in div on the fly if it doesn't exist. But I wanted to do this without touching any of the JavaScript so that you would see that this really will translate easily. And obviously, if you want the little pop-up to look different, all you have to do is change your CSS file. So now if we go back to our text editor, you can see all we changed was we added these 2 lines and this div down here in the body, which again can be absolutely anywhere, or even could be moved into the JavaScript itself. In our next lesson, we're going to start looking at dynamic forms and what you can do with them with a little bit of AJAX.